Ruse Radio.
It's crazy to think that we didn't used to think about it. It's kind of like with cigarettes, how we just didn't even used to really have all these second thoughts.
Have you ever seen the like commercials for cigarettes when they were like widely acceptable?
Yeah, and it's such a
wild.
different world.
It's so wild.
Yeah, I mean, it's
the
hard
number
to.
one doctor recommended cigarette.
Well, it's like when you're on a train or in an old car and you see the tray and it's just, I mean, you probably remember the time when that was still going on, right? I mean, how much older are you than me?
I'm 83.
Oh, well, there you go. That was your childhood we're talking about.
Yeah, there were cigarette ads and like commercials. There wasn't a lot of TV commercials for them, but like print advertising for cigarettes was like, I was big into like Rolling Stone and Revolver and rock magazines doing rock radio.
Yeah.
And there was always like Camel ads. The Joe Camel, like the cartoon cool guy that smoked cigarettes.
Yeah, right.
But these are like elaborate commercials, or ads rather, not commercials, in the magazines that look like a lot of time was spent to make this artwork on this campaign. And now you see that stuff and it's so ridiculous to think there was the Marlboro points, like people would have the point thing and
like
you would
Monster.
get stuff sent back to you. When we were kids, this is my grandparents. There was cool cigarettes. KOOL, cool cigarettes.
I think they're still around.
Yeah, they are. But you would send in stuff, and they would send something back to you for the amount of cigarettes you had, like cool points or whatever. When we were kids, I think at our grandparents' pool, they had like the big floating things. They were cool cigarette. So we were floating on like flotation devices that had like a big cigarette logo on the side of it.
That's
which
funny.
I know, like, as like kids, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Wow. And what I was thinking as you said that is this is after we already knew cigarettes were bad. This is like
Decades.
way after we already figured out.
Decades.
This isn't like when it was a medical thing that we were recommending. This is like way past. Yup, it gives you cancer. It's not good. There's a million reasons not. There's pesticide in it. And then you got kids on floaties. That's crazy. Yeah, but it does look ridiculous now. I wonder when we had that turning point for cigarettes. I feel like it's going to be vapes. Vapes are going to be the same. I just think vapes now, it's just like it was back then. It's so hard to see it because it looks so normal to us now. But there's going to be a million medical issues people have. My mom's a nurse, and she tells me that people come in and it looks like it'll be like young people who look like they have tuberculosis because of vaping. And they'll say, like, the nurses will ask them, like, hey, what do you do that could possibly make your lungs look like this? And it's always vaping. That's always the answer, which is something you never probably hear about because of the amount of advertising and all the stuff they pump into that. And I think it makes me think, too, because I also don't agree that I don't want the government telling these vape companies what they can and can't do, because that could go either way too. Like when you have the government saying you can't sell menthol cigarettes in certain areas. I don't know if I want that, but that's where you go when you start letting them do these things. So who knows, dude? I wonder, because I just think vaping, there's no way the test of time doesn't turn it around. I wonder how long. That's what I think. My prediction is 20 years. Because all these kids who are vaping now, they're like 10. Imagine when they're 30.
It's crazy with the vape. How, like, I remember being on the bus and I saw like someone couldn't have been like freshmen in high school.
It's kids, mostly kids.
Yeah.
It's so hard to. When I was in school, I remember that was right when like mods had first come around, and that's when you got a big box and you blow fat clouds and yeah, they're not really that popular, but in like 2015 2016 they like first came around, and it was cool to go get the juice and fill up your mod. You could still do it, but it's not. I don't think kids are doing it. And I remember there was a kid who lured me into the bathroom and he blew this fat cloud, and I was like, whoa. And that was the very beginning. Now they do it in the back of the class.
It smells like Starburst.
yeah. I remember the flavors that I used to buy. I have an addictive personality, and I did get a mod around like 2017.
What is a mod?
It's like the box thing.
Okay.
And
The main piece, not the cartridges or anything like that.
Yeah, so when you buy a disposable vape, it's like what a mod is, except the mod you can refill and you just have to buy new coils. So the vape has a coil in it, but once you hit all the juice in the vape, it's only designed to last as long as you're going to use that for. Whereas a mod is like, you can use it as many times as you want. You just have to replace the coil, and you also have to soak the coil, prime the coil, they say. So like you get whatever juice you're going to use, and you drip it on the cotton within the coil, and you let that soak in, and then you do it. Or else, if you just try to pour all the juice on it and then you rip it, it's going to burn the coil, and the taste of a burnt coil is one of the worst things. And because I'm such an addict, I remember I would burn my coil, and then I'd be like, oh well, I guess I have a burnt coil, and just rip this burnt coil for the next.
Keep doing it.
Well, yeah, because you're still getting the juice, you're still getting the nicotine out of it.
That's like the shitty version of burning toast, and you still eat it.
And I know I'm not the only one. Like, I think like it's nicotine. It's so addictive. So it's really just so crazy to think that.
Are you vaping now?
No, I can't do it. It's funny. I vaped before I ever smoked cigarettes, and the reason I got into vaping was because of blunt wraps. Because I would smoke blunts, and then I would double wrap blunts, and because of the amount of nicotine head rush you get from such a thing. And then I realized, oh, vaping's kind of like that. And then when I would have a vape, I would just hit it over and over and over and over. I could go through a disposable within a couple hours, and it's just because that's what I am. I've learned that about myself. I have to apply that to good things. That's what you learn in life is if you have bad qualities, learn to use them properly. That's a good piece of advice for the kids to have.
Yeah, there you go, kids. Don't smoke cigarettes.
Don't vape either.
Don't do anything fun. It'll hurt you.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do anything fun. That really is how it feels. There's something I say in a song. Just, Jesus Christ, why does wrong have to be so right? Why does life have to be so long? So long to all the needless fights, need advice, peace is nice, and then blah, blah, blah. It keeps going on. But I like just the idea of why does wrong have to be so right? Because it's true. Everything that is bad seems to be good. It's not fair. It seems like life just tests you 24/7. That's kind of my theory. Is everything is meant to be a test.
Yeah.
And you're just constantly, if you look at it that way, you will succeed. But like it's so easy to just fall for these tricks that life is throwing at you. It'll do it 24/7.
Been too long, I don't think I could face it. In the corner with my mask on. What's the story? It did do no good to waste it. 30 seconds till it's blast off. Throw some dollars on my back.